Here's tonight's Stanley Cup game matchup.
Every highlight from every game, every night. Doesn't get any better than that.
They were puck focused. He expects a better start out of his puck tonight, and as a result, a better overall game.
Well, the Blades going with their big line provided all the offense in the opening game against London with Nichols, Walker, and Ferland. And Ferland has really had a burr under his saddle early on here.
Yeah, he saw him in the warm-up. He started jawing with everybody, and I think Saskatoon has that mindset where they feel that they're going to be able to push around the Halifax Mooseheads. Don't forget, the Mooseheads just came out of a series with Baie-Comeau, who tried to do the same thing.
Didn't work out for Baie-Comeau. Darren Dietz expect to see number 44 for the Blades log a ton of ice time. The defenseman unable to get it out. Little help from Ferland. Michael Ferland, property of the Calgary Flames, throws it behind that Halifax net. The crowd at Credit Union Center, they appreciate the physical play. Brendan Walker, the captain of the Blades, number 19, circles the net. Takes a look in front, still has it. He'll go a full lap. Not much on the shot clock. Stéphane Fournier wearing the C tonight for the Halifax Mooseheads. If you watched the game last night, you would have saw Trey Lewis wearing the captain's C. He wears it when Halifax wears the red sweaters. Fournier, the co-captain, wears it when they wear the white sweaters.
I like how Dominic Ducharme really changes that up and extends his leadership group.
Nathan McKinnon's out there now with Jonathan Drouin. Drouin comes in over the line. McKinnon heads to the net. That one's on goal. No problem, though, for Andre Makarov. Colin Balfour, he's tracked down by McKinnon. McKinnon takes over, moves it back to his defenseman. Brendan Duke drives one ahead, and there will be a penalty coming up.
Fans, get the game. Apply for your BMO CHL MasterCard today. Visit the BMO MasterCard kiosk in Section 6 and 7 and carry the card that shows your fan. BMO.
All they sorted out. Looks like Halifax will be going to the power play, an interference call. The keys to the game tonight brought to you by Irwin Tools, the makers of Vice Grip Group Lock Pliers. Invite you to celebrate National Tradesman Day on September 20th.
I think the Blades really need to stick to the game. Never mind the rough and tumble stuff, the intimidation. That stuff is not going to work against the Halifax Mooseheads. And when Dominic Ducharme said his team is actually better playing back-to-backs, as he saw throughout the course of the regular season, that may be a very scary proposition for a team that scored 7 goals against the Western Hockey League champs just one night ago.
Well, they didn't listen to you early on, Sam. Just a minute 22 in, the rough stuff has the Blades short-handed.
And that's one thing that Lauren Mollican touched on. He said all the team's penalties in the first game were deserved. He needed his team to be more disciplined. Not a good start here 2 minutes in, already down a net.
Halifax power play was good last night against the top penalty kill unit in the Western Hockey League all season long in the Portland Winterhawks. 2 for 6. The Mooseheads were with a man advantage. Not much to the first 35 seconds of this power play, though. Martin Firk, the Czech import, drops it off. Drouin comes in to set things up. Drouin right back to Firk. Looks at the net. Drouin and Firk back and forth. It's Drouin again. Top of the circle. Won't shoot it. Drops it off to Conrad Albertshauser. Stéphane Fournier. Eyes up Graham Craig. McKinnon trying to get the loose puck. Can't do it. The Blades are able to clear.
Good job. I like the Blades early on here on this penalty kill. Some up-ice pressure. The first trip down for Halifax. That caused them fits. And it's really not allowing them to get set up. You need to, on this penalty kill, take away Jonathan Drouin from the half wall. Won't be a factor now as he's gone off for a change.
Won't be icing. Duncan Siemens hustles with 38 seconds to go in the power play, and the veteran defenseman for the Blades sends it right back down the ice.
Be a slashing call on Champini. Just hung up in the neutral zone, and you want to talk about discipline. 2 cases definitely against that early on. 1 for the Blades, and now 1 for Luca Champini and the Halifax Mooseheads.
It will be 4-on-4 for 31 seconds, and then the Blades will have a minute 29 of power play time.
Get a look at it just in the back of the leg of Siemens, and even Dominic Ducharme looking at his assistant coach Jim Midgley as to what happened there, but a bit of a chintzy one there.
Halifax Capital
Shane McColgan battling down low. Darcy Ashley rips in, gets the puck. Stephen McCauley. 4 times he's been in the President's Cup final in the QMJHL. He's been a Q champion 3 times. He's won a MasterCard Memorial Cup, so he can tell the Halifax Mooseheads what needs to be done. He's number 81 out there for Halifax.
He was a really key acquisition by Cam Russell at the deadline.
McColgan back to Dietz. Dietz, terrific season for the Blades. He was 3rd in defenseman scoring. Montreal Canadiens have him high on their radar.
Well, the veterans for the Saskatoon Blades given 2 weeks off after their exit from the playoffs. Dietz went to Las Vegas to watch his dad drag race, his dad Daryl, well into the car seat.
Blades now on the power play for the next minute. Dietz will quarterback. He had 24 goals as a defenseman during the Western Hockey League season. Here's Dietz now with the puck. His shot blocked. Short range by Ryan Falkenham. That's one of his roles, a penalty kill specialist.
You know, RJ, I loved his game yesterday. I mean, he was solid and simple all game long for Halifax and was a big factor defensively.
Dietz holds the line, keeps it in. Nichols heads to the front of the net. Walker got it there. Albert trying to clear. It went back behind the net. Dietz over to Matt Bufall. Orland's pass picked off by Falkenham, and the penalty killers need a change with 24 seconds to go in this Blades power play.
You know, everything was in place, RJ, for that game against London for Saskatoon to open. They needed good goaltending in the first 10 minutes. They got that. They needed to score first. They got that from Josh Nichols. Just had trouble closing it out, and a little bit of rust led to a mistake on the game's second goal.
McKinnon and Drouin out there killing the penalty, and you have to be aware, even when you're on the power play, they can be dangerous short-handed. McKinnon had a short-handed goal against Portland. Halifax no longer short-handed. Back to full strength as Champini's on the ice. Blades keeping the pressure on. Colin Valcourt gets it in front. Zach Fucali comes out to stop Nathan Burge. Long shot. Fucali got a piece of that one. Brendan Duke. He'll slow things down coming out of his own zone. Laps it around. Jonathan Drouin. He'll be the first man to it. Takes a hit. Burke, he's got a lane to the net. Now McKinnon. Makarov got over, made the save. Puck goes over to the far side. Uyghur cracks it down. Uyghur down there, the defenseman. Matt Murphy will pinch in. Active D. McKinnon. Drouin tried to get in front of the net, and coming back to stop him was Duncan Seaman.
Just hasn't quite found his stride yet, Drouin. That's a puck he normally knocks down and puts into the back of the net, as hard as it may have looked to do that.
Mackenzie Uyghur from Nepean, Ontario. He had 2 assists in last night's game against Portland. Makes the play over to Matt Murphy. This is a line out there for Halifax that had a lot of success. All over 25 goals, all over 70 points. It's Ashley, Champini, and Bootham.
In the head of that supporting cast that we talked about.
Ashley gets a shot. Stopped by Makarov. Gets his own rebound. Moves it to Champini. Right back behind the net to Darcy Ashley. Now Conrad Albertshauser just tried to get it in front, hoping for a deflection. Didn't happen. Adam Stransky sends it behind his own net. Big Graham Craig, 6'5" defenseman from Red Deer. That one is dumped ahead. And just offside as Stransky comes in over the line. The team's trying to acquaint themselves a little bit. Nathan McKinnon coming off a hat trick, trying to keep that.
You know, the point I want to make about Ducharme, Coach of the Year. You think it's easy with a hockey club like that and all the stars to find ice time and keep everybody happy? That's why he's the Coach of the Year.
Short-handed, Nathan McKinnon takes a look for his running mate, Jonathan Drouin. A hit on McKinnon. That brings the crowd at the Credit Union Center on its feet. Blades on the power play here for the next minute 40. And this is their big line. Michael Furlan puts it back to Darren Dietz. Furlan the return feed. Josh Nichols, 47 goals, 3rd in the Western Hockey League during the regular season. He had both Blades goals in their opener against London. Nichols in front, up loose. Halifax has it, and just enough on the clearing by Drouin to get it out.
Yeah, change up, and it works to perfection.
Darren Dietz, he's been out there a lot for the Blades already. Picking up where he left off against London. And Andrews tries to chip it past Dietz. Holds the line for the moment, but a good stick by Andrews. Pokes it outside. Jane McColgan from Manhattan Beach, California. You'll notice the tan. That's not a Saskatoon tan. Spent some time on the beach in his off time.
Although it could be, with the way the weather's been here in Saskatoon, it's been quite nice.
Well, top scorers are brought to you by Fram Filters. Participate in the Fram and Prestone Drive for the Cup hockey bracket. Visit www.driveforthecup.ca.
Nathan McKinnon with 3 goals and an assist. We saw Ty Ratty's work last night. Josh Nichols and Troy Rutkowski, each with 2 goals apiece in their team's respective opening game.
44 seconds to go in this Blades power play. Their second of the game, 0 for 1. McColgan wins the draw. Gets it back to Thrower, right back to McColgan. Fournier watches him closely, forces him into the corner. Bransky. Now it comes back to Benoit. Eric Benoit takes the shot. Oh, Clay Lewis blocked that. That had some gusto on it. It went off the leg of Lewis right out of play at the far side.
It's going to take a lot more to get that guy out of the game. I mean, he is a warrior and a half, and that's why when wearing the red jerseys, he gets the C for things like that. This guy is team committed, number one, first and foremost, and you can see both Halifax players in that shot blocking stance as he extends the left leg. He takes it right off the ankle. You know that one's going to sting. Don't take the boot off or that thing will blow up like a balloon.
Well, he's as tough as they come. Halifax talks about his great healing ability, too. Most guys would be out for weeks. He's out for just a couple of days, and the Blades have the puck. Looks like an interference call, and it looks like it'll be Darren Dietz.
You have to wonder with maybe some of the stuff that was going on in the warm-up and some of the stuff that Saskatoon was trying to do previous to its game against London, that maybe the officials are on high notice here. You know, a couple of calls that, yeah, you can call them penalties, but I don't know, at this stage of the year, probably a couple that I would have rather seen not called to allow this game to get into some kind of flow.
4 on 4 for 15 seconds. Then Halifax goes to the power play. Dalton Thrower, he was a second-round pick of the Montreal Canadiens. Moves it back to Duncan Siemens. Colorado a couple of years ago took him 11th overall. Another drafted player out there for the Blades right now. That's Lucas Sutter, second-round pick of the Winnipeg Jets. And now it's penalty kill time for the Blades. Halifax is on the power play, and Martin Burke starts things up. Burke hustles in over the Saskatoon line. Thrower trying to stay with him. Burke takes it around the net. Drops it back behind. Fournier able to get the pass to McKinnon. At the point, it's Burke. Over to Drouin. Drouin doesn't shoot. Gives it to McKinnon in front of the net. The puck's loose. Conrad Albertshaus is the lone defenseman out there for Halifax on this power play. He's down in the corner. Drouin at the line. Cross-ice pass. There's Albertshauser. He won't shoot. Gives it to Burke. Burke can fire the puck if he gets a chance. That won't help.
Seen that a lot from Burke. I mean, I've watched him probably 7 or 8 games that we've called over the last couple of years. That seems to happen to him a lot, but that's what happens when you have a good shot.
Yeah, so much torque on that stick. Stephen McCauley. Over the line, the pass to McKinnon. Comes back to Mackenzie Weegar. Weegar looking for a lane to shoot. Colin Balfour with him. Ivory stepping away. Drouin. 25 seconds to go in this power play for Halifax. McKinnon's behind the net. Looking in front. Craig trying to stay with him. McKinnon bought himself a little bit of time. Gives it to Drouin. Open man is Weegar. Thought about shooting. How about Drouin? Into the slot. Bouncing puck. Now a shot from McKinnon. The rebound's there. McCauley trying to go to the net. Now he'll chase it down in the corner. Final few seconds. Dietz is trying to get back on the ice, and now he is. Blades still off the penalty. And that shot went off the dashboard and out of play. Some penalty trouble for both teams. Power plays not working yet. No score between Saskatoon and Halifax. Saskatoon had that long layoff. Lost out in the first round of the Western Hockey League playoffs. 51 days off. came up against the OHL champs. Game 1 of the MasterCard Memorial Cup on Friday. Great game. London was able to come out with a 3-2 win. Halifax played yesterday, 7-4 win over Portland, so they're playing on back-to-back days. That's Stransky. Over to Eric Benoit. Benoit gets the pass over to McColgan. Step by Buchanan. It's in. Stransky on the doorstep. Blades open the scoring.
They did it again, and this time with a 40-goal score. But this is a nice play by Shane McColgan as Zachary Fucale gets caught deep in his own net here. And as this puck comes across the crease, he's so far back that he can't get a stick, can't get a pad on it. And it goes back the other way. You see it's tipped there first by Duke, and then Stransky's there to knock it in the rest of the way. Stransky on the doorstep. McKinnon looking at him, but Stransky's got good position right in the crease. He's able to tap it by Fucale, and a 1-0 lead for the Saskatoon Blades. Good persistence on Stransky to stay there to complete the job.
It was tied for the Blades' lead in points during the regular season with Josh Nichols. Nichols had 2 goals in the opener of the MasterCard Memorial Cup for the Blades, and now their other guy who had 40 goals. Stransky gets on the board.
Well, here's the thing. The National Hockey League War Room is overlooking everything here at the MasterCard Memorial Cup, so they'll check in Toronto, make sure there was no misdoings on the goal before they officially count.
Good goal for the Blades. The crowd at Credit Union Center's in it now. You couldn't hear the whistle. It was offside, though.
And number 11, Eric Benoit. Top goal, 12.
Stransky fired up, and he's a guy who I just thought didn't really have his legs in game number 1. But a good job here by Benoit. He goes cross ice, and then it comes back the other way from McColgan. And you'll see Duke getting a stick on it, but Stransky has to knock it in, jamming it by the post and Fucale's leg before it finally counts.
Josh Nichols brings it in over the Halifax line. Nichols in the corner, in front of Walker. Ferland tried to get the loose puck in front, couldn't do it, and Stephen McCauley's the other way in a hurry. Sends it into the corner. Stéphane Fournier, he'll chase after it, take a hit from Graham Craig. The Blades the other way. Crowd, a big cheer as Walker comes in over the line. Nichols back to Walker. Blades have a tough on their step right now. Thrower, he wants in, save Fucale. The rebound, move back to Dalton Thrower. Wrist shot deflected in front by Nichols, and Fucale stopped that too.
This is really good for the Blades in terms of getting the crowd engaged. I mean, this is a big arena, a big loud crowd, as we saw Friday night against London. And when Nichols scored, there was good jump in the building. The Blades fed off that, and they're doing that again here right now.
That through ball, he'll have to hurry. Darcy Ashley's coming in on the forecheck. The Saskatoon native makes a couple of good moves around his net. Who's the open man? Stransky's there, but Matt Murphy's pinched down to make sure that puck stayed in for a little while longer. Dietz gets it out. Rieger over to his defense partner Murphy. Now ahead to Ashley. Ryan, he's working through a couple of stick checks. Gets a shot away. Makarov the save. Rebound. Blades get to it and move it outside the zone. Murphy from Fredericton, New Brunswick. Brent Andrews. He's had some flashes early on in this game. Down low to Darcy Ashley. Nobody at the point for Halifax. Aaron Dietz, plenty of time behind his own net. Sends it to Thrower. The pass ahead to Burns. He didn't touch it though. Blades wind up with the icing just after the Blades scored another great chance, but Fucale stuck Gazoo, their Sunday best. Siemens down low. Stransky can't get it. McColgan does. Right back down to Stransky. He's a draft pick of the Dallas Stars. Stransky working hard along the boards against Austin Hardy. Hardy gets the puck loose. Ford can't get it out. A shot, that's up high, goes wide. Drouin. There's a nice pass to McCauley. Hit him in full flight coming out of the zone. Burke with a long drive, and Makarov at the top of his crease stopped it.
starting to see some stuff take place here after the whistle, but Halifax doing its best to score off the rush. I mean, that's where they're best suited. They want to utilize that team speed. Good opportunity for Saskatoon thanks to some heads up and a good pinch on the far board, sends it back towards the front of the net, and that shot just misses over. Saskatoon has played a calm game, a patient game to this point, and has not been rattled by the task at hand of trying to win for the first time in 14 postseason games.
Ball in Valcourt, big, tough forward from Red Deer. They'll send it in. Burns trying to chase down Uyghur. Valcourt hovering, looking for a loose puck. Instead, it goes to Darcy Ashley. Champini wants the pass, gets it. Craig leans on him. Dalton Thrower will lead the rush for the Blades. Thrower sends it in. Takes a hit from Brendan Duke. Ashley's pass to Champini. He has some time to gather it in. Move it ahead to Darcy Ashley. The Alberton PEI native. Cross-ice pass. Hurling quickly ahead. That's right to Valcourt. Valcourt got to the line, no further. Champini takes a look around. Wants a little help. Put it on goal, and Makarov makes another save.
Well, there's Makarov again. I think he's done a really good job at just controlling the play. That's one thing as a goaltender you have the option to do. Anything that's come near him, he's just stopped it. And I think that's a good tactic to use against a team that loves to utilize its speed. You don't want to continue to keep pucks moving, continue to allow Halifax the opportunity in the offensive zone. Get the stoppage, really slow down the pace of this game and try and take that speed away from Halifax.
McKinnon wins another draw. Murphy, his slow shot, blocked before it got to Makarov. Duncan Seaman sees a chance to skate it outside the zone. Did he get to the red line? He did not. Icing against the Blades, so we'll do that face-off again.
You know, just as a reminder here at the MasterCard Memorial Cup, it's somewhat of a hybrid icing that if you are inside your own blue line and you send the puck to distance, you're not allowed to make a change. But if you're between the blue line and the red line, you can get the icing call against you, but still enables you to make the change. The Quebec Major Junior Hockey League utilizes that rule in the regular season. So too does the WHL. The Ontario Hockey League does not.
And it's a tactic we've seen from the London Knights in Ontario Hockey League play. If they're in trouble, they'll just ice it. They can get a change in. Might have to change their strategy a bit here at the MasterCard Memorial Cup.
That's something they'll definitely be mindful of. They've had a couple of days to think about it.
Jonathan Drouin thought about going deep in his own zone. Couple of Blades there, so that wasn't a good plan. Fournier dumps it into the Saskatoon end. The crowd's not happy because of penalties coming up to the Blades.
And Nichols will plead his case, but there will be no chance it'll be reversed. I mean, Drouin is so shifty. And oftentimes, he'll just leave the puck in a spot or chip it ahead to himself. Here he looks, he stops, and now he's just going to chip it ahead. And as he tries to get around Nichols, it's just the turning of that left leg. It's not quite subtle enough to avoid drawing the penalty. And when you have a guy like Drouin, you are always aware of where he is on the ice. As he's about to join the rush, it's actually a kneeing call that Nichols gets thumbed for.
Blades weren't happy. They took 6 penalties in their first game against London. They've already taken 3 here in the first period. Halifax back on the power play, and they have one of the best. Plenty of firepower on the Mooseheads. Blades penalty kill has been strong. Killed off the first 2 opportunities, and a good start here. Stephen McCauley skating well tonight. Pass ahead to Champini. Graham Craig forces Halifax back. In fact, it went out of play, so that face-off looks like it'll come at center ice.
You look at these Saskatoon Blades, 51 days off. I mean, inevitable position, an enviable position to be in. And so they took their training in such a way that they had training blocks, 4 days on, 1 off, 3 days off. On and 1 off. And they also added to that some morning skating, what they call the quick feet club, if you will, to try and get guys back up to game speed. They also added some mental coaching with Craig Coughlin. And if you watched throughout the course of the season the On the Edge program that was done so well, you would have seen some of Craig's work.
Conrad Albertshauser starting this power play out for Halifax. Leaves it for Jonathan Drouin. Drouin lofts a high one into the corner. Lowers the first man to it. Wraps it around but can't get it past Fournier. Pass comes back to Albertshauser. Nowhere to shoot. Moves it over to McKinnon. He'll put on a stick handling clinic. Walker's seen enough of that. Tries to play the body. McKinnon able to make the play to first. And then Brendan Walker pokes it loose, and the Blades captain trying to have a short-handed rush. Stick handling in. He bumps hard with Albertshauser, and Walker falls.
Quite the shift by Walker.
McKinnon. His room was pinched off by Dietz. Blades playing physical on McKinnon tonight. 3 Mooseheads in the corner. 14 seconds to go in the power play. Blades come out of it with a puck. Don't get it out, though. Drouin. No stick for Sutter. Drouin makes a pass all the way down to the right wing side. Backdoor. McKinnon tried to put it in. Makarov was diving back. Penalty's over. Burke hanging on to it. There's another pass. And Drouin threw it right through the crease. Lots of passing for the Mooseheads. Can't get it on goal though. Blades back to full strength, and that redirect out of play is a whistle Saskatoon needed, and that brings some of the fans to their feet at Credit Union Center.
Golden opportunity. Nathan McKinnon is the right shot on the left side of the ice and has a perfect opportunity to tie this game, and it just looked as if waited just a second too long. Kicks it to his blade, bounces it off of that far post. The skill set definitely on display there. Bouncing puck, kicks it ahead, fires it.
Tough angle, and still just draws post. Well, down to 25 seconds to go in the first. Ray Lewis put it right on Makarov. He had some trouble with that. Shane McColgan quickly ahead to Benoit. Stransky had the puck bounce on him. That allowed Trey Lewis to clear the zone. 10 seconds to go in the period. Graham Craig gets to the line, sends it into the Halifax end. Andrew Ryan. He'll clear it out, and that will be it for the first period. They'll joust a little bit in this opening draw. And you haven't seen a team, just a feeling out process, and both those guys are top customers in their respective leagues. Andre Makarov puts it high on the glass. Like a funny hop, goes right to Michael Berlin. His pass off a skate. Fournier tried to get it to Andrew Ryan. He was all tangled up with Darren Dietz. Dietz comes out of the corner and draws a penalty. An early power play chance for Saskatoon in this second period.
Well, I think the tone was set in that first period that if you're on either team here, you're going to need to be really disciplined, because even the slightest of calls, the slightest infraction is going to be called in this hockey game, and that's fine as long as it remains consistent throughout. But you'll see Ryan just kind of get the stick right up into the grill, and as I always say, as soon as you throw your hands out, you've admitted wrongdoing.
Throughout the QMJHL playoffs, Halifax was #1 on the penalty kill, going at a rate of 90.7. They killed off the first 2 Blades power plays in this game without even allowing the Blades a shot on goal. Here's Stransky. He's looking sharp, cutting through the defense. Put that one on, and Zach Fucali made the save.
See Saskatoon wanting to go hard to the net. Fucali wanting no part of that, so he'll take a skate around, but Stransky now looks like he's found a stride, and, talking to the coaching staff, felt that he did skate well in that first game, but I had seen him play on a couple of occasions previous to this season. And when he wants to go, he can be a menace. Good north-south game here by the Saskatoon Blades as Stransky tries to split the D.
Always helps when you get a goal, get a little confidence. He's had a good game so far. Minute 38 to go in the power play. Blades win the faceoff. Dietz across to Buffon. Bouncing puck gets it to Settle, gives it back to Dietz. He'll shoot it. Oh, McCauley point blank blocked it. He's back up, willing to block another one. One shot from Nichols, missed the net. Chance to clear for Halifax, and it's fired down the ice by Fournier. Darren Dietz, 19-year-old defenseman from Medicine Hat. Drops it back. Trailer is Brendan Walker. Ferland, couple of good moves. Nichols missed the far side. Deep hurries over, and that's off a body and out of play.
Well, Dietz is one of those guys whose game has grown by leaps and bounds. A listed player, never drafted into the league, and the one thing he can really do is fire it, and that's the result of working with the Montreal Canadiens. And we talked a little bit about that this morning. He went to a shooting school with Tim Turk and Paul Lawson, the Montreal Canadiens, and two things they said to do. Take your blade right to the very end and use a longer stick. It'll help you find the sweet spot of the stick more often. This guy can really get a lot on his shot.
Helped him a little defensively, too, that long stick.
Got it about 1.5 inches from when he came into the league. Very, very interesting, engaging young man. I enjoyed the 20 minutes we spent with him this morning, and you can see why. He is all geared to being a pro.
Kenzie Weegar, kept by Stransky. Ray Lewis comes in to help out. Stransky steals the puck. Stransky around the net. He still has it. Now he moves it all the way back to Eric Benoit. The forward playing the point on the power play. He shot one up high. That was well wide. Thrower keeps it in. Belcourt dives for it. Trying to keep possession. Ray Lewis gets it to the line. That's not out. Thrower lofts it in front of the net. Puck's loose. Weegar bats at it. McColgan bats at it. Goes to the corner. Ryan's back on the ice. Halifax back to full strength. Stransky from a sharp angle tests Bukali. Made the save, but the puck's still loose. All the way back to Thrower. Wanted to shoot. It slid away from him. Now there's the shot. That hits a body in front. Bukali was searching for it. Andrew Ryan, he's the fresh body out there for Halifax. Just gets it outside the line with that long change in the second period. Halifax might need a little more to get a full change in. Andrews heads off down. The defense stuck out there. Trey Lewis, Mackenzie Weegar. Hurts, long pass to Drouin, and I think that missed everybody on that Halifax bench. It got in there with a little gusto. Gives us an opportunity to chat with Gene again. Gene.
Well, RJ and Sam, so much more hockey coming everybody's way. The MasterCard Memorial Cup continues. Portland versus London tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Pacific on Sportsnet East, Ontario West, and Pacific.
Well, they're all big games at the MasterCard Memorial Cup, but once you have one under your belt, the importance just increases that much more. Portland needs a win there. London needs a win there, so that will be a fun one to watch. Again, two powerhouses, two league champions going head-to-head. Jonathan Drouin, dangerous rush over to McKinnon. Becker on the save, puck's loose, Beckeron's on his back, and he has it.
See, we talked about in that first period how Saskatoon did such a great job in the neutral zone, really taking away and limiting the speed of the Halifax Mooseheads. This is a team that wants to get into a track meet. It starts here. Albert Sauser, it's a quick outlet pass, and look out. Here comes Drouin, full speed. He knows he's got his buddy McKinnon, gets it over to him, and from there, they transition so well from one end of the ice to the other because they have that great speed, and because of that, a great opportunity created.
Off the faceoff, Stransky's been all over the puck in this game. Skated it outside the zone. Following up is McColgan. McColgan trying to sign that contract with the New York Rangers, the team that drafted him. He's number 9 for the Blades. Oh, Stransky gets a hard hit from Matt Murphy, and that will be a penalty to Murphy. That is a kneeing call, and Blades are going back to the power play.
It's that same theme that's going to have to come to the fore. As players, you have to adjust to the officiating. And again, not that it's bad, and that, no question, is a penalty there on Murphy. But any type of contact, you have to be fully aware that you better not bend the rules an ounce, or the call's going to go your way. And Halifax having yet to adjust to how tightly this game is being called.
Halifax was the second least penalized team in the QMJHL, so taking penalties is not something they do a lot of.
And another thing, unfamiliar territory, of the 68 regular season games they played this year, they only trailed after the first period in just 7 of those games. So, again, we're in unfamiliar territory, and that's what this tournament will do to you on occasion. I mean, look what happened to the Portland Winterhawks. Didn't give up 7 goals all season long. They gave up 7 last night.
Trey Lewis and Michael Ferland there having some words on the draw. Blades on the power play for the 4th time. They would have had a shot on the power play yet. Nichols for a Walker. Moving it around well. Gets it to Nichols. Brendan Walker again. He's from St. Anne, Manitoba. Now Ball, he's forced out of his zone. Andrews right on his back, staying right with him as forces him all the way back behind his own goal. Aaron Dietz. Head up. He'll drop it off. Taylor is Walker. Now the Blades are in over the Halifax line. They need to get some shots on goal with the man advantage. Ball. He won't shoot it. Moves it over to Dietz. Ball, another chance. Low shot redirected for Kelly to save. The rebound's there. It's cleared out of harm's way by Halifax, and Andrews slows it down and gets it right on goal in the Saskatoon end.
I believe another post.
Crowd buzzing at Credit Union Center, sensing maybe something's going to happen. Stransky, he's flying around. Still has it. Good pass over to the open man, Dalton Thrower. Ball, room to shoot. Blocked in front. Stransky takes a high shot. That hits a body in front. Cleared to the corner. Blades keeping the pressure on. 35 seconds to go in the power play. Balfour behind the net. All the way back to Dalton Thrower. Now Stransky. Stransky, his pass off the skate of McColgan. That will give Fournier a chance to clear, and he makes no mistake. Makarov just lofted it up the middle. Giveaway to McKinnon. He had Drouin with him, but nothing materialized there. That pass was to no one from Makarov. Blades got away with it. Final seconds of the power play. That will do it. Murphy's back on the ice. And Halifax has killed off all 4 Blades power plays. Blades run into each other. Burke can't steal. Going the other way is Nick Zajac from Headingley, Manitoba. McKinnon knocked it down. Got it ahead to Martin Burke. Burke takes his shot. That one's up high. It'll come all the way outside the zone. Makarov. They'll play a little safer this time. Leave it there for Dietz. Over to Siemens. Ahead to Zajac at center. Takes a hit from Hardy. Got the puck ahead though. Dietz has joined the rush. Walker has some time along the boards. Down low. Dietz will have to go back to his defense position. Nichols went back to get it. Walker working hard along the boards. Boudreau tying him up. Zajac gets it in front, but Drouin intercepts, and here he comes the other way. He has Boudreau and Burke with him. The Whalers Hardy. Drouin. That pass didn't get to the front of the net.
This is a Halifax style of game now. They want to get into the run and gun, but Saskatoon's done a good job.
Dietz really jumping into the play. Takes a hard hit down there. Darcy Ashley. Pass ahead. Ciampini. He was up near that Blades line, but Graham Craig stopped him. He's getting physical, too. Thrower, he'll have to hurry. Closing quickly as Ciampini. Thrower gets there in plenty of time. Pass to Craig. Uses the boards. Now, Craig just dumps it in. Brendan Duke. He's from Full Harbor, Nova Scotia. Head to Ashley. Bounces over his stick. Eric Benoit, Calgary native. Shot off his skate. That didn't get through. Stephen McCauley trying to get some speed. Ball takes over in his own end. Slides it to Siemens. Turned over to Andrew Ryan. McCauley gets it to his stick. Makarov, a big save. And it's knocked down, and going the other way quickly is McColgan. Benoit. He has to wait. McColgan's on the wrong side of the blue line. That gives Andrew Ryan some time to pick up some speed and stick handle out of his own zone. Ryan, a chance, and he put it up high on Makarov, made the save, and covered to get the whistle. Well, they know where each other is, and terrific season. Nathan Burns chips it ahead. Trey Lewis into the Blade zone, right back. Lewis has it again. Mackenzie Weegar. He made the UMJHL all-rookie team. Weegar, he's the only rookie in the lineup for the Halifax Mooseheads. Fournier wraps it around. Ray Lewis will hurry. He gets over there. Tapping for the puck is Weegar. He had 2 assists in that opening game against Portland. Moves it over to Lewis. Snap shot. That's off a leg and out of play.
Talk about matching up against the 2 draft-eligible studs, Nathan McKinnon and Jonathan Drouin, and it does present tons of problems. Look at over 1.5 points per game pace for these 2 guys as the first 2 selected in the 2011 Quebec Major Junior Hockey League draft. Of course, McKinnon drafted by the big Homo Drakkar and traded 3 first-round picks. 2 players going the other way in that deal to allow Nathan McKinnon to get back and play at home in Halifax.
Lorne Mulligan doesn't get his wish here. McKinnon, Drouin, they're out there together on this shift, along with Martin Ferk. Ferk with a hit, no call, and Brendan Walker is now challenging Ferk. He won't oblige Walker. That puck came outside the line. Halifax listed as the home team here. Walker, he's now in behind the defense. Walker missed the net. Albert Salzer got enough of a stick on him, maybe to deter him just a little bit. Now 3 Mooseheads coming over the line, and that is just offside as it was McKinnon, Drouin, Ferk, 3 dangerous players, and now Blade's being confronted. Walker's back in the face of Ferk.
Yeah, Ferk wants no part of that. And it looked like a hit that, the way this game has been called, would have been called earlier on. And that's why Walker was so upset. You can see as they stretch the ice, Walker gets a step, tries to go glove side into Talley. He had it kind of roll off the heel of his stick. Earlier in the shift, the hit against Craig is what drew the ire of Walker. And Walker goes over, a cross-check, an invitation to drop the gloves. Ferk saying, no, I don't want any part of that. I'll just keep the gloves on. Thank you very much.
Things heating up out there. Trey Lewis and Duncan Siemens, defensemen for their respective teams, having some words across the ice at each other.
And again, I think Lorne Mulligan touched on it. He doesn't want to get into this track meet because you won't win a track meet with this Halifax hockey club.
Puck turned over. McCauley trying to steal. Stephen McCauley. Shot stopped by Makarov. Big rebound. Went like to Stransky. 3-on-2 for the Blades. McColgan, Benoit. There was Stransky. Pass to Benoit. Shot stopped by Buchanan. Stransky comes in and gets the rebound. Behind the net, Benoit cranks it down. McCauley has some time for Halifax. Gets it ahead to Ryan Falkenham, and he'll head off for a change after he dumps it in. Late pass to Benoit, redirects it into the Halifax end. Buchanan takes a look around, has both his defensemen back there. McKinnon's there too. Now Nathan McKinnon with some skating work. Pass ahead to Drouin. The one-touch pass back to McKinnon. Backhand shot, no problem for Makarov. McKinnon in the corner. Drouin knocks it away. Gets it back down low to McKinnon. McKinnon in front, didn't get it on goal.
He's got a little jump in his step in this second period. Oh, man.
Low shot. Makarov saw it from the point, and he steered that one up over the glass and out of play.
Hockey. It's funny because Fournier helped Makarov learn some English, and the other way around. Makarov helped Fournier learn some Russian, and not all the good stuff, let me tell you.
McKinnon, his pass in front of the net. Nichols goes the other way. Nichols bouncing puck, trying to track it down. Conrad Albert Salzer is the man who comes up with it. Gives it over to Drouin. McKinnon heads to the front of the net. Now he goes behind the net as Drouin heads to the corner. Albert Salzer a shot. First one chance, 2 chances. The second one he put too high. Walker being forechecked by Drouin. Drouin got it to McKinnon. McKinnon has drawn a penalty on Duncan Siemens. And Halifax will be going to the power play with 7:31 remaining in the second.
You keep your feet moving. You're hard on pucks. As McKinnon was on Siemens earlier in the corner when the 2 came to a bump, and you knew Siemens would want to exact a little revenge for it. And once he comes over, he just gets right up into the grill of McKinnon. And I love the composure by this young man. You know, McKinnon could slash back and hack back, and he didn't do anything. And that's how close it was from Ferk tying this game.
Halifax 0 for 3 on the power play in the game. Weegar over to Boudreau. Now Ciampini. Weegar the shot. Hit some stuff in front. There were bodies, and it was Makarov who wound up with a puck and got the whistle. Here's Gene again.
Great glove work by Makarov. Some great glove work as well expected with the Blue Jays on Sportsnet. Tampa Bay versus Toronto tomorrow, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 10:30 a.m. Mountain. Sportsnet East, Ontario West, and Pacific.
Face-off win for the Blades. A chance to clear. Belfort able to send it right on back to Cali. Blades hanging on to a one-goal lead. Midway through regulation time in this game. That was off a blade, so that will be a face-off deep inside the Saskatoon zone. It will give Halifax a chance to change, and out comes McKinnon and Drouin.
Graham Craig, another one of those acquisitions. 13 of them made in total by Lauren Mulliken, and he figures that was too many to make, but they had to do something not only just to change the room a little bit, but to also be ready for the MasterCard Memorial Cup as hosts. 13 Saskatoon transactions since May of last year.
This is the number one unit for Halifax. Martin Ferk plays the point. Drouin back to Ferk. Hard shot, Makarov. Big save, big rebound, and that's put off the post by Albert Hauser. Race for the puck. 6'5" German import. Albert Hauser gets there first. McKinnon a shot. Rebound. Puck's loose. Makarov another. A couple of great saves. Ferk moves it to Drouin. Ferk, there's a shot. Another save for Makarov. Albert Hauser back to Ferk. 44 seconds to go in the power play. Drouin takes a look at the net. Anything open? He shoots it. Makarov. Topic in front. Stop that too. Albert Hauser. High shot. That's blocked. Trying to get it out is Deeks, and he does. And Sutter blocked a shot, and he cannot get up.
It's a Martin Ferk shot that has been seen before in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. This guy gets a ton on it, and that's why he plays at the top of that power play. He can really let it fly. We've seen the torque on his stick before as Father Rich looks on, and Sutter in all kinds of difficulty, putting very little weight on that right side. Makarov's just been brilliant here in this period. McKinnon drives hard to the net, gets his own rebound. That one doesn't go either. It comes back to Ferk, and they continue with possession in the offensive zone. This time, there's the bullet shot there from Ferk, and you'll see Sutter. He's got no stick. He's up at the top now. Ferk's all loaded up, ready to go. This is the Drouin shot. Oh, maybe it wasn't a shot block at all. Oh, yeah, that's a shoulder issue. He is hurt. He is in all kinds of difficulty. Is Lucas Sutter right away calling for the train.
Oh, man. Yeah, you're right. It did look like an upper body. That's a big loss for the Blades. 10 seconds to go in the power play. Mackenzie Weegar getting strong into the zone. He gets punched along the boards. There's another cheer from the Saskatoon Blades fans here at Credit Union Center. Blades clear it down the ice, or it might have been gone into their bench. Didn't matter. Siemens was back on the ice. They were back to full strength. Halifax getting some chances, but they're running up against the same thing London did. A hot goalie in Andre Makarov, who gets a couple of breaks too.
You want a club?
Great, so much money's been raised too. Brent Andrews, two Blades right on him immediately. Albert Hauser comes over, he'll keep it in. Dietz guarding the puck. Now he's forechecked by two Mooseheads. Andrew Ryan, Brent Andrews trying to work down low. Aaron Dietz comes back. Second effort, able to get that puck out. Ryan at center. Can't get around Siemens. Makes the play to Nathan Burns. The veteran-laden Saskatoon Blades team. Loaded with 19-year-olds. The most experienced team as far as CHL games go in the MasterCard Memorial Cup this season.
17 players rated by National Hockey League Central Scouting, and none of them are on the Blades because they're all older players.
Blades put another one in on Kukali. Takes a look, sees all his teammates in front of him. He can casually move it to Austin Hardy. Just over 4 minutes to go here in the second period. Halifax has outshot Saskatoon 23-17, but haven't been able to solve Andre Makarov. Ashley gets to the line. It's onside. Crowd starts booing that call. Won't matter. Blades get it out. Belfort. Good check by Trey Lewis. Following up on the place, McColgan. He has some speed in that. This is a hit from Austin Hardy. Still chasing after it, but it's outside the zone. Fournier wearing the C for Halifax. Gets it over to McCauley. Makarov looking for that rebound. It hit him up high. Still loose. Thrown in front by Fournier. The Blades get it to the boards. Lewis. Oh, he gives that away to Stransky. He's been the most dangerous Blade in this game. Stransky in the offensive zone has been penalized. A holding call to Matt Stransky, and the Blades will be shorthanded again.
And you can see where Stransky's frustration is. That was just a hard-working shift with a poor result. And you can see Stransky here. He picks it off of Mackenzie Weegar, and then he just drags him down thereafter. But he'd been hounding the Halifax Mooseheads right from the neutral zone. Well, tough shift ending as a result of that penalty. And now this is the absolute perfect time here for the Halifax Mooseheads to tie this thing up with just 3:23 remaining in the second.
Well, you can only take so many penalties against the Mooseheads. Blades have been good on the penalty kill. Didn't get it out here. Drouin stick handling. Drouin, quick pass. Over to McKinnon. Fournier parked in front of the net. McKinnon loses it. Benoit steals it and gets the job done. Martin Furt, second round pick of the Detroit Red Wings. Furt tried to use the boards. Josh Nichols, have to keep an eye on him when the Blades are shorthanded. 6 shorthanded goals during the regular season. McKinnon stops, moves again. Fournier along the boards. Nichols gets it to the line. Not out yet. Second effort from Walker. Gets it out. Drouin. The last man back for Halifax. Walker trying to stick close to him, and a tight corner by Drouin. Now he picks up a little speed. Drouin tried the one-on-one move against Siemens, and Siemens played it well. 2-on-1 shorthanded. Nichols dove. He knew Walker was down there. Couldn't get the pass to him, though. McKinnon. He's stopped by Siemens. 42 seconds to go in the power play, and that was played with a high stick.
You know, part of the remaking of the team for Lauren Malkin was bringing in experience, especially in this event. Both Michael Furlan and Brendan Walker were with the host Brandon Wheatkins in the 2010 MasterCard Memorial Cup, and Eric Benoit with the Kootenay Ice in a surprise win over Portland in 5 games that year to go to Mississauga and play in the MasterCard Memorial Cup there. And that experience cannot be replaced, especially in this event. It often throws so many curves at you.
David Ciampini, he scored in Halifax's opening game against Portland. Weegar along the boards. He gets it down to Ciampini. Ciampini right away checked by Dietz. Siemens pokes it past a couple of Mooseheads. A high backhand gets to the line. Now it's out. Belfort 2-on-1 with Benoit. Belfort on his backhand. Takes it to the net. That was off the close. Now right back the other way. Halifax. Pass in front to Weegar. Now Ashley gets it back. Blocked by Craig. Comes out the other way. Stransky out of the penalty box. Matt Stransky on the breakaway. Scores! Stransky, his second of the game. 2-0 Saskatoon.
Matty Stransky might not be so mad about taking that penalty anymore. He comes out of the box at the perfect time. And watch how tight a turn he makes. This is a result of the training. No question during the 51 days off. Right side of your screen, he enters the play. Look at how tight that turn is. And now he's gone and no one can catch him. Stransky with amazing finish. 40 goals during the regular season. Goes top shelf on Fucali. And this place is a buzz.
That is a guy who Scored 40 goals during the regular season. He knows how to finish. Tied for the Blades, lead in points during the regular season with Josh Nichols. Nichols had the big game against London. Stransky having the big game so far tonight for Saskatoon.
RJ, it's funny because during his draft year in 2011, when Dallas took him in the 6th round, I said to myself, man, this is a steal. This guy's unbelievable. He does everything. He doesn't mind playing physical. He skates well, shoots the puck a ton. He's a good goal scorer. Well, some of that had dropped off over the course of this year, but it looks like now, here in game number 2, he has found his stride.
What a burst of speed from Stransky. We have some arena crew coming on the ice. Where's the problem here? Looks like they're heading right near the Halifax bench. Oh, I believe that glass just on the corner there. Maybe some exuberant fans after the Blades goal.
Yeah, I think the two buddies with the helmet on. The helmet's on down there.
Told him not to wear my helmet.
Well, if that glass is loose, he's in a good spot. He's got the helmet on, he won't have to worry.
Well, while they make that quick fix, let's quickly check in with Gene.
Well, there may be a few screws loose in that corner. I'm not talking about the glass, I don't think, guys. Blue Jays on Sportsnet. Tampa Bay taking on Toronto. That's something that was going to take place. We always want to talk about the Blue Jays, and we also like to talk about Sidney Crosby because he is back. The most dangerous player in the game on the march to another Stanley Cup. Subscribe today at sportsnet.ca/magazine.
Minute to go here in the second period. Solid game from the Saskatoon Blades. Defensively very strong. Haven't allowed Halifax to score. Not many teams can say they've been able to do that. 2 goals from Matty Stransky. Maybe more. Shot from Brett Stoven, and Zach Fucali had the angle stop them.
Wow, this province of Saskatchewan is just dying for a winner. I mean, you know, you look at the Saskatchewan Huskies, we talked about it in that first game, losing out as host of the University Cup, and you had the Regina Pats, Moose Jaw Warriors did not make the playoffs. Swift Current and Prince Albert ousted in the first round, and then the host, the Saskatoon Blades, also ousted in the first round by the Medicine Hat Tigers in 4 games. And so this province trying to rally around this hockey club. It came close against London on opening night, and maybe they're starting to believe now.
Nathan McKinnon got to center. Nichols was with him stride for stride. McKinnon trying to find a loose puck. It's fouled for it. He comes up with it, sends it into the Halifax zone. Brendan Duke takes a hit from Nichols. 20 seconds to go in the second period. Golly along the boards. Walker makes sure he doesn't get far. McKinnon working hard. Valcourt's in front of him. Late pass. McCauley got a stick on it, and that will be icing. So the faceoff will come deep inside the Halifax zone with 6.2 seconds to go. An important faceoff ahead.
Yeah, that's another good opportunity. Have one of those set face-off plays drawn up for you. See how the Blades go about employing this. And you'll see all the defensive specialists come out to the Halifax Mooseheads.
It'll be McColgan against Andrews on the draw. McColgan wins it clean. Back to Siemens. He'll have to get a shot. Winds, and it's blocked by Ryan Falkenham. Falkenham's blocked a few in this game. Nobody's been able to block Matty Stransky. It's been a while since this Saskatoon fan base has had something this big to cheer about. Short side chance right off the face-off. Halifax got a little flat-footed. Berlin digs it loose. Austin Harding reads it inside his own zone. McKinnon. He's up there with Drouin. McKinnon. Long shot. That's up high. Drouin can't get there before Dietz. Now Ferland. Pass. Goes to Walker. Trey Lewis jumps on the play, and Walker just missed the blocker side top corner.
Two really good chances for Walker, both when he's had a step and he's missed the net both times.
Drouin gets to the line. Abelshauser stayed onside. Went to the front of the net. Back drop. Coolly redirected it to the corner. Burke being checked by Nathan Burns. Burns gets the job done. Sends Valcourt the other way. Valcourt going to the corner, and he is a strong man. Sutter, a shot that's off the side of the net. Puck's loose. It's behind for Kelly. It's in the net. The Blades going to the net. They tuck it in. It's 3-0 Saskatoon.
Tally questioning as to whether or not the net came off, but it's still on its mooring. I mean, he's not going to win this argument whatsoever, but give the Blades credit because they did not give up on the play. Valcourt, big body, it starts with him, strong in the forecheck. He knocks Weegar down, and then there's puck possession there on after. Burns pounded down low, and then you can see Fucale thinks he's got it covered up. He doesn't. That puck is clear as day, just sitting on the goal line before it's finally knocked in. You've got Burns there, and you got Valcourt, who finally finishes it off. And one of those trade deadline acquisitions from the Spokane Chiefs has given the hometown team a 3-0 lead. There it is. It's not quite in yet. And then Valcourt says, I'll make sure.
Oh, there wasn't much room to squeak that puck past the skate of Fucale. Bounce going Saskatoon's way.
And you see the argument Fucale has. He's being pushed out of the way by Burns, and that's what dislodged the puck.
Fucale has that one right on, and now a 3-goal lead for the Blades. This Halifax Mooseheads team will be challenged. Could be a fun 18 minutes and 4 seconds left in this one.
Now there's Fucale saying, hey, I had that puck covered, and then I got bumped into by Nathan Burns, and you don't see him lose his cool at all. Good job here. Just a simple chip into the zone. Good, hard, strong on the puck. Weegar's knocked off it, and then after separating from man from puck, Valcourt moves the puck, and as you continue to watch him, he circles the net. It's on the doorstep, and it's in.
McKinnon has his stick knocked out of his hand. Had to retrieve it. The pass was for him, but he had lost his stick. Now thrower. He gets away from McKinnon. A slashing penalty coming up to Halifax, and everything's going Saskatoon's way right now.
McKinnon slowly making his way off the ice. Dominique Ducharme now. Calmly on his bench, looking around, looking for answers as to what his hockey club can do. And it's going to start with a successful penalty kill if they want to get back into this hockey game.
Well, this is the 5th power play opportunity for Saskatoon. Haven't had much going on the power play. 0 for 4.
You can really see the energy between the two benches. You got the Blades up there looking at each other, tapping each other on the shoulder, and you've got what looks to be a very tired Halifax team, all seated, guys leaning over the front of the bench. Quite the contrast between those two clubs right now.
Berlin and Hardy battling for the puck. Comes loose. Berlin gets it back to the line. Ball thinks about shooting. Low pass. Dietz moves it to the corner. Trey Lewis to the line. Dietz keeps it in. Berlin's down there. Berlin gets it to Dietz. Quickly over to Ball. Right back to Dietz. Josh Nichols. Ball. He'll be the one to shoot it. It's up high. It's still loose. They score. Dietz puts it into the power play. Oh, Saskatoon up 4-0 now.
Fifth-round pick of the Montreal Canadiens in the 2011 draft, and he has really dedicated his life to playing pro hockey, but he still feels there's some unfinished business here for the Blades before his junior career comes to an end. Good job getting it to the front of the net. And look at all the Blades just pound down. You got Ferland right there. He's in the grill. Dietz sneaks down from the point, and it's backhand. by Dietz. He doesn't even know. He's just whacking at it. He doesn't even know he scored. The puck goes into the net. It's a delayed reaction. And then Nichols is the first to come over and congratulate the Blades defenseman for what is a 4-0 lead.
Dietz had 24 goals during the regular season, had one in the playoffs for the Blades. And this one is a huge one for Saskatoon. Trying to get its first victory here at the 2013 MasterCard Memorial Cup.
RJ, we talked about this tournament throwing things at you. I mean, we saw Portland yesterday. The Winterhawks looked completely rattled by what had happened to them. Up 3-1, 5 unanswered, ended up losing 7-4 in that hockey game. And you look at the Halifax Mooseheads, and it's that same sort of dumbfounded look as to, boy, what's going on here? We haven't been in this situation. We don't know how to react.
Valcourt, he comes right back in. His shot, that was blocked. Fournier barrels into the corner. Valcourt wins that battle, got it to Sutter. He missed the net. Luca Ciampini trying to get into the Saskatoon zone. Thrower made sure he had to move the puck into the zone. Fournier retrieves it behind the net, tries to wrap it around. Andre Makarov, he was down low, had that low part of the net covered. Camps in front, McCauley can't get the pass through. Craig, he hits McCauley in the corner. Ciampini comes in to help out his teammate. Ciampini has it. Right back down low to Fournier. Now McCauley. All kinds of stick hacking and whacking at McCauley. He kicks it behind the net. That's funny, RJ. Thrower and Valcourt a chance to clear.
It's funny that when things started to go sideways against Portland, they were down 3-1. Dominic Ducharme pointed out a shift by Fournier and McCauley to get his puck back in it. That was a pretty good shift right there by that duo.
Bouncing puck comes to the front of the net. Dietz is there. Goalie clears it. Drouin and McKinnon, they're out there now. Drouin, there's a great pass. That's to Martin Firk. McKinnon's in front of that. Firk, shot, stopped by Makarov.
And with each passing play here, the confidence being gained not just with this hockey club, but by the fans cheering them on here in Saskatoon. And here's a big reason why this crowd has become increasingly loud in this third period. A job here by Valcourt. He just tips it in past the line, and then a short time after that on the power play, less than a minute apart, it's Darren Dietz with his backhand that finds its way through Fucali to increase this Blades lead to 4-0.
Halifax has only lost 7 times in regulation. That includes regular season and the playoffs. Halifax expecting an icing call. They were slow to come back. Burke. Watched by Nichols, got it ahead to Murphy, and then it's stolen by Furlan. Rolling ahead to Nichols, and Trey Lewis had him lined up, and Trey Lewis will be heading to the penalty box. This might not be done yet.
No. Lewis looking for the big hit to ignite his club. And as Nichols went down, you knew he was going to be a targeted man. You know, the one thing that's happened over the course of these 51 days, you spend so much time with each other that at times where it's a little bit too much, but you really bond as a hockey club, and I think you just saw some of that right there for the Blades.
Nichols and Lewis both in the penalty box.
Good thing it didn't harm the lower body. I mean, Lewis sticks his right leg out and does get a piece of the Nichols' right knee. You can see Nichols at least putting weight on both of his legs in front of the Saskatoon bench, and no doubt that's a good sign. That was an extremely dangerous play, and when Lewis realized he couldn't get Nichols in the chest, he stuck out his leg to get him, and now he's going to have to answer the bell, I think, when he gets out of the box.
Well, the captain of the Blades, Brendan Walker, he's in the penalty box with Trey Lewis. It'll be 2 minutes for each player, so it will be 4-on-4 on the ice.
Unfamiliar territory for both of these guys, really. I mean, Lauren Mulligan, his hockey club has not won a postseason game in 13 straight.
Stransky. He has 2 goals in this game for Saskatoon. Couldn't get a touch on that one, so that will be an icing against Saskatoon.
And I think if you're the Blades here, I mean, puck management is obviously going to be key, but I don't think you want to drop back into a shell, into a trap kind of game, you want to continue to forge forward, and I think that's how the Saskatoon Blades can close this thing out. You have to continue to move forward.
Face-off win for Halifax. Brendan Duke. To Jonathan Drouin. Open man's McKinnon. Fakes the shot. Gets it back to Drouin. Drouin trying to get around Siemens. Siemens knocks him down. And he'll clear the puck. 3 Blades on that rush, but the pass hit a skate. Stransky got it.
They're taking away of time and space for the skilled players once again. Drouin and McKinnon nowhere to go there.
Leeds ahead to Stransky. He's got McColgan up there with him. Stransky slowly in over the line. Tries to go one-on-one against Duke. Uyghur comes over to help out. Drouin has 3 Blades ahead of him. Makes a pass, gets the return feed, didn't work out. Balfour slides it just past Benoit. Abeltauser moves it ahead to Ferk. Ferk puts his head down. Now he starts picking up some speed. Has to weave through center. Ferk going one-on-one. Thrower forces him down low around the net. McCauley back to Ferk. Ferk can't deke around Thrower. Ferk has it again though. Ferk behind the net. It comes in front. No one but Saskatoon Blades there, and they clear it the rest of the way. McCauley banging his stick. He wanted that pass. Redirected it into the Blade zone. Right, takes the hit from Ferk. Pinching down. Abeltauser able to keep it in. Pass doesn't get to the front of the net. Abeltauser a chance. And that hit something before it got to the net and went wide.
That's what I'm talking about. You don't want to get laid back if you're Saskatoon. You want to continue to forge forward. You cannot continue to give these guys chances.
Well, they did. And they score. Stephen McCauley, veteran for Halifax, comes through with a big goal, and Halifax is on the board.
Just when you think this thing might have come to a conclusion for the Saskatoon Blades, this never say die Halifax team just goes down and works it down low. Great job on the forecheck and continuing to move the puck around in the offensive zone. It comes out to the stick of McCauley, and he makes no mistake. You can hear it off the bar. You can see how upset Makarov is. And McCauley, he's been in this situation once or twice, his 3rd straight MasterCard Memorial Cup. And don't open the door too much for the Mooseheads.
Well, as a veteran player, a 5th-year player, over 8 for Halifax, he knows how important it is to get a little bit of a spark going, and you could tell he was trying to do that with the celebration. Long road to go for Halifax. Blades still in the driver's seat here. Again, trying to steal one down low. Makarov, he didn't like what he saw shift. Big game from those guys.
Both used to it.
They're out there again. Siemens playing tough on McKinnon. Knocked him down right off the faceoff. McKinnon in on Siemens in a hurry. Comes out of the corner with a puck. Takes a couple of whacks. Abeltauser. A chance now, one-on-one. Nichols couldn't control the puck. It goes all the way to Furcali, and he will hang on.
You can see how hard Siemens was playing McKinnon once again. That's been a theme all game long. And there comes a point where you have to say, if you're a hockey club, how long are we going to allow this to happen to our young stars? Most of it's been within the confines of the rules, some of it outside of it, but if you're Halifax, you may want to think here about saying, hey, not just because of this game, but the message it might send moving forward in the games to come.
Face-off win for the Blades. Dietz, he's okay just keeping that puck deep. Sends it in, McColgan comes up with it. Stransky, quick move behind the net. McCauley wasn't fooled. McCauley comes up with it. Andrew Ryan takes it in over the Saskatoon line. Looks in front. Ferk didn't get much on that shot. Murphy trying to keep it in. Couple of chances to do so. Craig ahead to McColgan. Murphy again pinches down. This time the Blades get it past. Everybody a little too far though. Nice.
And you can see the linesmen go to the bench that no change can be allowed here. Lauren Mulliken will argue the fact that this puck was outside of the blue line, but that's not the case. So Saskatoon cannot change here, and a golden opportunity now to get the big guns out there against a tired Saskatoon team. And look at that. Timeout being called by the Blades.
Yeah, Saskatoon taking no chances. Good timeout for Lauren Mulliken. Gives us a chance to go for a connected update. Here's Jamie Thomas and Aaron Hawksworth.
Jason Spezza is back. Would he be enough to help Ottawa win Game 3?
Plus, the Bruins send the Rangers a message.
Our fine producers on Connected probably had in the lineup a few extra seconds or minutes for McKinnon and Drouin plays in this game after what they did yesterday, especially McKinnon. Not much from those two guys tonight.
With 12 minutes left, and I think Nick said it best, there is still time, and it starts with this face-off.
Sutter and McKinnon on the draw. Sutter's a fast healer. Left earlier in the game, looked like a shoulder injury. McKinnon won the draw, though. Sutter able to get it to the line. Some hard work by Burns to get it out. Drouin takes over right away. Martin Firth. Quick move. Sutter's on him. Puck comes loose. Comes to Firth. Back to McKinnon. McKinnon scores! Uh-oh! Careful! Halifax is alive. Down by just two. Two quick goals, and Halifax is in it.
Oh, boy. You don't want to give this team any confidence. I mean, we've seen it. This is a quick strike offense. You saw it particularly in game number 3 in Baie-Comeau. And there's McKinnon. He gets a little separation. There's no one between he and Makarov, and he tucks it in off the post. Marty Firth has had an unbelievable game here tonight for Halifax. He's handled the puck at high speeds. He's been able to shoot the puck a ton, and he does a great job here. A little give and go. McKinnon, Firth, right back at you.
2 goals in a minute 31. And Halifax is within 2. Those 2 goals early in this period, holding up for Saskatoon. Boy, are those important now. Momentum is shifted. Michael Furlan makes a move inside his line, pass ahead to Walker. Back to Nichols. There's another long shot. Another chance for him. Buchalli's looking for it. Doesn't want to move too much. It's on the right side of the goal line if you're a Halifax Mooseheads fan.
And it was very clear that you could tell that Buchalli had no idea where it was. Off the rush, there's the rebound, and tapped thereafter, and that's why Buchalli doesn't know where it was. But the best thing you can do as a goaltender is just remain still, because your movement might force the puck to go back into the net. That's what Buchalli did. And let's go back to McKinnon. Look at the precision on this shot. Just underneath the glove and off the bar.
And Makarov read it, too. It was just that hard a shot. Dietz sends it down low. Mackenzie Weegar ahead to Drouin. Open man. Moved it ahead to McKinnon. McKinnon setting up shop. Bouncing puck. Gets away from Dietz. Pulls it back down low. Shane McColgan behind his net. Hogan off the boards, not out. Drouin able to walk in. Back down to Firth. Firth can't get a shot. Weegar. Oh, and he missed the net. And that goes up high, out of play, and the face-off will come outside.
The Blades are reeling right now, and you had the sense that this was going to happen. 4-0. They're starting to look at each other, talk to each other. Yeah, things are going great, but you cannot lay back. You have to continue to play the exact same game you played to get you that 4-0 lead, and it's not that way right now for Saskatoon. Halifax starting to dominate in the offensive zone, and Weegar that close to making this a 1-goal game.
10 minutes, 45 seconds to go in the third period. Halifax was down 4-0. 2 quick goals. And some momentum going the way of the QMJHL champs right now. Brendan Duke off a face-off win. Rifles it around. McCauley. He has been instrumental in sparking his club. Josh Nichols skates it out. He's looking good, too. One-on-one against Murphy now. So Mooseheads coming down. Whoa, Ferland barrels over Murphy. Ferland still inside the line. That forces Walker back. He noticed his teammate, his line mate was in there, so he circled. Now he's hit. Murphy's okay. Plays the body on Walker. Pass ahead. Halifax out of their zone. McCauley, this has been a long shift. Can't get past the defense. Nichols. He takes a hard hit. Penalty coming up. But Gray Lewis. Couple of chances for Saskatoon. Nichols and Lewis all tied up. Duncan Siemens is in the vicinity, having more words with Lewis.
We go right back to where he came from. It was Nichols who was the target earlier.
Wow, Halifax had some momentum, but Saskatoon a chance now. Going on the power play to get it back. Opportunity. Important right now that they get that momentum back. Michael Ferland controls off the draw, gets it back to Dietz. Dietz shows some patience, then moves it to football, takes the pass back. Walker, brother Nichols, that's good to see. He's out there and healthy for the Saskatoon Blades after taking that hit from Trey Lewis. Here's Walker. Gets it to Ferland. Oh, he didn't get a good shot away. Puck not cleared. It's loose in front of the Halifax net. Comes back to Dietz. Another shot. That's behind the net now. Uyghur gets it and sends it the length of the ice. Halifax was on their heels.
Dodged the bullet there, first from Ferland, and then on the clearing attempt that hit his own man by Uyghur in front.
Shane McColgan. There's a move. He's zipping into the Halifax end. All the way back to Dietz. Poofall. He'll give it to Darren Dietz. Dietz back to Poofall. There's the shot. Deflected in front by Valcourt. Went wide though. Poofall. Won't shoot this time. That's Stransky to Dietz. He was creeping on the far side. Couldn't get a shot. Pressured by Hardy. Gets it to Valcourt. Valcourt looks at the net. Instead, he'll pass off to McColgan. One-time shot fake. Poofall. Crowd wants a shot. McColgan. Sharp angle. Fucali got over and stopped Stransky.
Good read and react there by Zach Fucali. Michael Ferland with the best chance on this power play for the Saskatoon Blades, and he just couldn't get any wood on it. Brilliant play by Walker in the back pressure, and now he gets it to the front of the net, and Ferland is right there. Left shot right on the tape, band on it. And this was that close as it hops over his stick. And then a little later on, it's Poofall here with McColgan. Good puck move from the side of the net. It's Stransky, but Fucali reads it. He might have clipped his skate on the post. He's over getting some minor reparations on that right pad right now.
That was a minute 28 of pressure on the Halifax Mooseheads. 32 seconds remaining in this Blades power play. Blades seem to be getting better as the game goes on. More confidence. They had a couple of minutes there where Halifax flexed some muscle. This power plays look good, just haven't been able to score.
Well, not without its chances as Chris McDonald finishes up his work with Zach Fucali, and we're ready to go again.
Andrews wins the faceoff. Ryan Falkenham a chance to clear, and he'll put that over all the Blades down the ice. Dietz has played this whole power play. Why not? Third leading scorer among defensemen in the Western Hockey League this past regular season. Brendan Walker trying to get around Abelshauser. Can't do it. That long reach of Conrad Albertshauser does the job. Back on the ice is Trey Lewis. Halifax is back to full strength. Saskatoon will try to keep some momentum. Shot from Walker, a hard one, but Fucali shot.
Well, Zach Fucali made some really timely saves, I thought, in yesterday's game. It was 3-1 for Portland, and he just made a couple of saves to allow Portland to kind of get its legs back and get moving. And yeah, you look at 4 goals and you think it's not a great game, but it's not always how many saves you make, but when you make them as a goaltender.
7:41 to go. Blades holding on to that 2-goal lead. McKinnon and Sutter on the draw. Sutter wins it. Belcourt gets to the front of the net. Couldn't get a shot. The seas parted for him there. McKinnon skating hard through center. Trying to retrieve that loose puck. Blades get it out. Duke's pass picked off at center by Sutter. His pocket picked by Drouin. Belcourt comes back to help out. Pass ahead to Drouin. He moves it ahead to Burke. Burke's in over the line. Screen shot. Makarov to save. Blades clear once again.
Amazing how much Burke can get on a shot. On the fly, little wind-up, lightning quick release.
Jonathan Drouin stops on a dime. Tries to get around McColgan. Can't do it. Puck comes to Duke. Moves it over to Uyghur. Uyghur trying to find a way to get it to Drouin. Burke's open. Now Matthew Boudreau makes a move. Boudreau. Back it goes to the corner. Duncan Seaman stayed right with him. Drouin still out there. Moves it all the way back to Murphy. Murphy can't get a shot. Burke. That goes right through the slot. Benoit skates away for Saskatoon. Hard high pass to Stransky. It hit him. Gets inside the Halifax zone, but not for long. 6 minutes, 15 seconds to go here in the third. Abelshauser. He's been flying in this third period. Over to Ryan. Ryan sends it to the corner. Ashley can't get it in front. Brendan Walker. Nichols is looking for the long lead pass. He's back there. Just a little tip off the glove of Murphy. Delayed that puck just enough. A steal by Walker. Ashley tries to close in on the Blades captain. Brendan Walker working hard down low. Ashley able to take it away. Boudreau's pass. That's a long one. Will it be icing? Andrew Ryan just can't get there in time. The faceoff will be coming back into the Halifax zone. Time winding down on the Mooseheads. He's 17 on the age, but he's a lot more mature than that, and he is a leader on this Halifax Mooseheads team. Well, they come in over the line, but a little move there by Uyghur forced his teammates offside.
Some disjointed play now by the Halifax Mooseheads, and all that momentum they gained by scoring those 2 goals has been slowed a little bit. And it's funny, you saw this Mooseheads bench really up and on its feet after those 2 goals were scored, and now maybe showing signs of fatigue here late in the third, all of them sitting down.
McKinnon and Drouin are out there playing with Martin Burke. Those 3 were the top 3 scorers in the QMJHL playoffs, led by Drouin. Burke and McKinnon were tied for second. There they come. Abelshauser, he's been joining the rush. He's around the defenseman. Tried to get the pass in front. Uyghur's joined the rush. Can't get a shot away. Burke does. Missed the net though. Dietz rifles it around. Stayed onside for a moment. Kelly will have to play this. Brendan Walker closing on him. Some pretty good puck skills by the 17-year-old.
Good play. Knew he was doing it with it the whole time.
Bounce, here's another big hit from Ferland. Burke around the net. Burke tied up, knocked down by Siemens. Let's go! Brendan Walker lofts it ahead. That's touched by the stick of Nichols. He'll head off for a change. No high sticking. Halifax has possession. Drouin. He makes a move at the line. Couldn't get the puck in. Dalton thrower to his defense partner. Baron Dietz. Dietz watched by McCauley. Down to 4 minutes to go here. Halifax down by 2. They scored 2 in just over a minute and a half already in this period. Saskatoon, no doubt wary of that. Brent Andrews skates in over the line. Shot steered aside by Makarov. He tried to cover it. Andrews got there too soon. Knocked it away. Uyghur can't get a shot. Now he does. Fournier's in front. Couple of chances. Puck's loose. Blades clear up to the corner. Fournier's on it. Graham Craig trying to tie up the Mooseheads captain. Doing a pretty good job of it. Comes loose. McCauley, he saw Andrews in front. Blades didn't let that pass through. Abelshauser, he was looking for a deflection. That didn't happen. Uyghur's down low in the corner. Behind the net. Fournier's had a hard-working shift, and the net comes off, and that will draw a whistle.
Oh boy, some more offensive pressure being thrown on here by the Mooseheads, and another good opportunity. They are all over that crease area. They've been in Makarov's grill here a lot in the third period. You look at Fournier against his old buddy. He set up shop. He gets a whack at it. Then McCauley comes bearing down thereafter, and they would just continue to get into the face of Makarov before the net is finally knocked off.
Down to 3:15 to go in the third. McKinnon and Sutter on the faceoff. Halifax maintains possession. Trey Lewis looks at the net. Hits some bodies. Puck's loose. Sutter has it. They'll wrap it around the far side. Hardy tries to keep it in. He can't. Blades iced it, though, so we'll do a face-off inside the Blades end.
At 1 point trailing 4-0, but a quick strike offense always gives them the opportunity as well as confidence in their game. And it starts with McCauley. And then on a give and go, it's Nathan McKinnon to cut that lead in half.
Sutter, McKinnon. And again, Halifax able to control off the draw. It's Drouin. Tried to get it to McKinnon. He's still tied up to Sutter after that faceoff. Siemens got the puck into the Halifax end. Drouin, he picks up a little speed as he maintains possession. Three Blades wait for him at the line, so he'll dump it in. Burke in front, looking for McKinnon. Not a lot of real estate there. Blades protecting the front of their net. 2.5 minutes to go. Burns killing off some seconds in the corner. Beats flips it out to center. This will be right on Fucali. Has to play it. How about Salzer? He'll take his time. Forwards are on a change right now for Halifax. Blades content to sit back. Let Halifax come to them. They have a 2-goal lead. Not cleared by Saskatoon. Now they'll be able to get it out. Brendan Walker, Josh Nichols, Darcy Ashley's back there. Pass across, finds Murphy, chips it ahead to Fournier. Now Murphy wants to join the rush. Fournier over the line. Fucali's heading to the bench for the extra attacker. Puck will come to the line. Lewis can't keep it in. And they'll say that Halifax touched this, so the faceoff will be just outside the Blades line. Save of the Game is brought to you by MasterCard. Proud to sponsor the MasterCard Memorial Cup, North America's toughest championship.
Andre Makarov has really given his team an opportunity to win this game, much as he did Friday night in the opener against London. And here he has thwarted McKinnon on a couple of different occasions. 3 saves on 2 different shifts for McKinnon. And Makarov has done a nice job in goal for the Blades.
Minute 45 to go. Halifax wins the faceoff. Fucali looking at the bench. He's waiting for the sign. Blades have possession, though. Puck is cleared. It won't be icing. Abelshauser behind his own net. Trying to pick up some speed. Trying to get away from Belfort. Got the center. Fucali. Now he makes the move to the bench. Makarov tries to play it along the glass. Burns. He has an opportunity to clear. Can't get it out. Uyghur. Over to the open side. Abelshauser's there. There's a shot. Knocked down by Makarov. Rebound. Burke chases it down. Right back to Uyghur. Here's Abelshauser again. This time doesn't shoot. Jonathan Drouin. High shot from McCauley. Missed the net. Uyghur wants it in front. There's a deflection. Shot from McCauley. Makarov comes across with a big save. Blades trying to slap it outside the zone. And a dive from Burns gets it just to the neutral zone. 45 seconds to go. Right back in on the line. Jonathan Drouin. Halifax is down by 2. There's a shot. Stopped by Makarov. Comes back to the line. Duke. He can't find a lane to get that to the net. Deep. Drouin digging for it. McKinnon throws it in front. The crowd's on its feet at Credit Union Center. Puck is cleared. Josh Nichols has Walker in front. He tries to dive to get the open net. 14 seconds to go. Not much time now. Drouin. He's got to shoot it. Missed the net. A And the crowd salutes the Blades. Nichols will put it into the open net. And Saskatoon will win.
Tournament now, folks. Isn't this something? And you have to give all the credit to Andrei Makarov. He was just pelted, a flurry with the extra man out there for Halifax. A couple of huge saves before it's finally cleared, and Nichols not taking any chances. He walks this thing into the net. Big, huge celebration. Tackled to the ice. And this has been an A1 effort by the Saskatoon Blades here tonight. No question about it.
It has been a long time coming for the fans in Saskatoon, for the Blades organization, to get a playoff win. They had gone 13 straight, including Game 1 of the MasterCard Memorial Cup, without a victory in the playoffs. That ends tonight. And the Blades are right in this. 5 goals against the powerhouse team from the QMJHL, the Halifax Mooseheads. And maybe more importantly was their defensive effort, holding Halifax to just 2.
Well, it's a Blades team that really felt good about its opening game, the loss to London. And there's Makarov with that big